The world can seem upside down at times, which has set me on a journey in search for love, truth, and ultimately personal freedom. I'm on a mission to help people find peace and healing so that each of us as individuals and ultimately the collective can be free from whatever keeps us stuck and skews our view of just how beautiful this life can be. Welcome to the Lucas Mack Show. Hello, brothers and sisters, and welcome back to another episode of the Lucas Mack Show. I am Lucas Mack. I am really happy to bring Sophia Noemi on the podcast. She is a dear friend. We've been friends actually since we were in junior high together, and she is an artist who happened to paint one of my dreams, one of the most prolific and profound dreams that I've ever had. I reached out to her and asked her to paint it, and she did. We talk about her art, her capacity to translate dreams into canvas, and all that she's been on her journey. It's a really beautiful episode. I love this dear sister, and I know you'll enjoy this episode too. So without further delay, here we are. All right, my brothers and sisters. Okay, here we go. Ready? All right, brothers and sisters, like I said, it is such a pleasure to have my dear sister on, and friend for a very long time.
Yes.
Sophia Noemi. Is that how you say it? Yeah, did I say it right?
It's Naomi, but
Naomi. Okay.
Listen. No, you were right. It's Naomi to white people.
Okay.
It is Noemi. So pronounced Noemi.
Noemi. I love it. Yeah. Well, Sophia Noemi. My sweet sister.
I use my first and my middle name. I use it as my artist name.
I love it. Well, I'm so glad to have you on. There's so much more to talk about. I guess, one of the things, and we can just jump right in, I reached out to you. I started, we've been friends for a long time, but your art, you started doing a lot of art.
Yeah.
And
who knew? I didn't know.
But it's incredible. You've always been
Thank you.
Artistic. We're in choir together.
Yeah.
One back in 7th grade. So,
Sure. I had all the doo-wops for Greek skill.
You sure did. But I had this, I've never had a dream like this dream to this day.
Yeah.
And
to this day, wow, that's pretty special.
It was
crazy.
I've had some whopper dreams, some wild dreams, and dreams that mean deep things. But this dream woke me up specifically. Everyone listening, I've talked about it once in a while on the podcast, and I'm going to show this painting, and then we'll talk and hear about your journey. But this dream specifically was so wild because it woke me up in the middle of the night, and I was wrestling like this, holding on to a wolf, and this wolf was biting at my neck. And my first thing was 3 a.m, and I'm holding this wolf, and I remember thinking, do I kill this wolf? And it's biting at my neck, but I'm not bleeding, but it's tearing my flesh. It was so intense. Yeah. And while I was awake, the dream continued. It wasn't like I was...
That's the trippy part.
That's the wild thing. That's why I've never had a dream like this. It continued.
Yeah.
And I felt this wolf in my arms, and I wasn't sure if I was supposed to choke it out and kill it, or if I was supposed to integrate it into me. It was really wild. So I got up.
Yeah. Wow.
Totally. I got up and I go downstairs, and I was up the rest of the morning. And, growing up in this religious world and Christianity, wolves typically had bad or negative energy or negative connotations. But
yours was saying, I'm not sure if we're negative or positive.
Well, at the moment I wasn't sure, and I wasn't sure. And I was coming out of all this religious programming. I was definitely 4 years into this deep healing journey that I was on, and really integrating all these, flashbacks and all the things that I never talked about. And
it's those healing journeys are very intense. I'm on a second wave right now. That's why you're getting me out.
Good. Well, good. This is perfect timing then.
Yeah.
And I never forget one of my friends. I had a call with, I just happened to have a call with her 8 in the morning. So it was 3:13 or something like that when the dream woke me up. I go downstairs, and I was up for 5 hours just sitting. Everyone was asleep. The kids were asleep. My wife was asleep. And I just sitting, what do I do with this? What was that?
Yeah.
I could still feel it. It was like viscerally in my body. And my friend said, "You're the wolf." And I was like, "What do you mean? I'm the wolf in that?" And she's like, "You're the wolf." She's like, "And the wolf's job is to go into the dark and in the moonlight howl and wake everyone up. And when the wolf howls, everyone hears it." And I was like, "Ooh, that's so good." And I felt like this, like full body chills. I was like, "All right, I am."
Yeah, rip off your shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
Your wife's like, "Wait, what's up? It's
Right.
not even me, babe."
Exactly. How much coffee did you have?
Yeah.
And it was a really deep, and I started getting into totem medicine and, really getting into like a lot of beautiful, and interestingly enough, like 2 years before, one of my native friends who I met at this emotional intelligence training down in San Diego in 2018, his name's Medicine Bear, Chumahan Bowen is his name, but his medicine name is Medicine Bear. And one day I was like, "Oh, I want a medicine name." And he got really serious. Like, only when spirit tells me can I give names out. And I just thought he was kind of a jokey guy. But then when I asked him for it, he was like, "No, this is not a game." And I'm like, "Oh."
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
Whew, yeah, I felt it. Like, okay, I crossed something.
Yeah.
And then like 3 months later, I was doing this Facebook Live, and I'm bringing this all back to you. And I just want to set this up for the context. I was doing this Facebook Live, and he was listening, and I was talking, and he called me Standing Bear, one who sees far and is unafraid. And that really resonated, like reverberated in my body. This is back in 2018. And then 2 years later, I have this dream about the wolf. And all of a sudden, I'm like, am I the wolf? And most of my life,
now it feels more like it. Yeah.
Yeah. Now it feels like it. Like I was always kind of a lone wolf. I never really, I fit in all the groups, but I never really fit in.
Literally my story. That's exactly who I am. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I see your artwork, and it was amazing. I just
thank you.
I have so much respect for anyone that puts themselves out there anyway, and especially when they're incredibly talented like you.
Thank you.
And I'm just looking at the messages and me reaching out to you, and I'm also proud of you too and even though I look at these prices, super underpriced.
Yeah, I know. I'm curious to hear that.
But also good for you and telling me, and I was able to buy one from you, and this painting that I have from you has sat in my office in 3 different offices since I've moved. Every day I look at it, every single day, and I see
I love that.
incredible talent.
Thank you.
With my sweet sister,
I love that.
Tell me the journey of how you got into art and what you've been doing with it.
So I would say journey was 12 years ago. I'd say 12 years ago or so. Yeah, love has just not been real great in my cards. I was meant to love the art. and what do they say? Well, my children too, but what do they say? There's a whole thing, and I'm like, man, maybe I shouldn't have joked about that meme and sent it out so many times, right? But there's this meme. There's this meme that says, like, it's a woman and she's being embraced by a man, and she's like, "I need to create art. Can we destroy each other?"
That's perfect.
And I'm like, oh my God. So it makes total sense that I am Lana Del Rey's biggest fan, because she's like the queen of sadness. But the queen of sadness just got married to an alligator tour guide. So I'm like, yeah, like
you just have to move to the South. You'll be good.
Yeah, it's just, just got to pour my heart out. But here's the thing. I've always been a very emotional, sensitive, intuitive person.
Yes.
I've had a lot of, my dreams have been very vivid. I lucid dream now. Wow. Like, it's just, Literally, I have like reoccurring things, some dreams that used to be nightmares. Now I can tell when they are. If I flip on a switch, I know that I'm in a nightmare and I'm able to wake myself up. It's so crazy.
Wow.
And it's like, yeah. And it's like ever since I started really tapping in higher consciousness and just like higher self and
Yeah.
surrounding myself, alignment, right? Because I'll be in
Mm.
alignment, then I'll pull myself right out. I didn't know art was my alignment until, like I said, it started with a breakup.
Wow.
But that person does not get the credit.
No, they don't. They don't.
I guess it was yeah, I was at home. I was always creative. My mom used to create these like she can't believe I remembered it. My sister doesn't even believe it because
Mm.
she's never seen my mom have an artistic bone in her body. But she used to create these potpourri hats. And
Mm.
they're like these little bonnets or something, and she'd like hot glue them. And I remember her burning her fingers all the time. And I was like, oh, that looks fun, right? And so I started just playing around like that. And she was so creative with me when I was little that I think it was always there. It's like it was dormant until it was
Mm.
ready. And I started just painting because I journaled all the time since I was 15 and it helped. And then I grabbed some paint and I started messing around with it. And oh my gosh, one of these days, soon probably, we'll see. Um, Actually, you could go on my old Instagram that I can't delete. It's got like an ex-boyfriend on there too. Like
Oh,
I can't
wow.
get into it.
Wow.
However, it has my first paintings that I did on that, and they are awful. They are like,
Mm.
I mean, they weren't awful then. People still bought them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I said they were either my friends or I sold it for I paid them. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. But
Yeah.
the growth is really fun to share with people that are are discouraged.
Mm.
Sometimes I'll share it with them and be like, listen, I used to do this. And my favorite quote is hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work.
Mm.
And
That's so good.
you're right. And I live by that because when I get lazy and I'm not practicing, I will watch somebody in one of my classes surpass me on like skeletons or some shit like that. Like literally,
Wow.
there's a girl that's been to almost all my classes in 8 years. She's amazing.
Wow.
Her name's Cassia, and she would show me her paintings. And then one day, when I was being lazy for a while, not doing my talent, just being like, I got this in the bag right now, right? I did
Yeah.
not humble myself. She's like, oh, I'm going to show you what I've been working on. Do you have any tips? I'm like, no. And she can't see me. And I'm like, no. She's like,
Wow.
don't. Because she actually did that better than me. And so I told that story in one of my last classes I did. So, because I wanted to praise her. I'm like, you were one of the
Mm.
reasons that I wasn't backing up my words. And
Yeah.
so it was those moments of being humbled is really great. But anyways, I just did it, started working through my pain into production.
Yeah.
And I was done letting heartache or whatever the heck go on in my life that was hard rule me. So I started taking all my pain and pouring it into something besides journaling,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know. And my kids are everything to me. And by that time, I had my second kid, and I was just
Mm.
like, oh my gosh, like I felt like I failed him again, you know.
Mm.
So yeah, I just painted, and I didn't stop painting, and I just kept going. And some of them were terrible, and I discovered that when you're doing like when I was painting, and some of them were bad, I would just take it, get mad, and toss it like a freaking frisbee or boomerang, whatever you want to call it. It
Yeah.
gets stuck in the rain, and I'd be like, I'm the worst artist, and I'd pick it up and be like, I'm a genius,
That's totally,
because
that's
it would turn
awesome.
into something cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's amazing.
yeah. First piece I ever sold, it was mermaid. It was a mermaid. And that
Mm.
was when I really, really it was the seven deadly sins. I put them on little hearts, right?
Mm.
Sins.
Yeah.
And I wrapped the hearts, but I wrapped them around a mermaid that was under the ocean in the ocean. Duh. And she had it all of them were tied around her wrist behind her back. So it's a mermaid that couldn't swim, being trapped down by jellyfish tentacles that
Wow.
had the seven deadly sins on them. Yeah, I was going through some stuff.
Yeah, I'd say.
and and when I started getting mad, I was using spray paint, and I would shove
Mm.
it. I was mad, so I'd be like, right, and the drip, and I was like, this looks like a jellyfish, and that's how that painting started.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I posted it on Facebook. Somebody, my friend Emily in Montana, she's like, "Are you selling this?" I'm like, "Oh, sure, yeah. How much?" I'm like, "I don't know, $50." She's like, "I'll give you 100."
Wow.
That was my first sale.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
hmm Thank you. And that was like 2015, I think. Yeah. And so she has messaged me that it still lives in her daughter. She bought it for her
Wow.
daughter. Yeah. So she sent me $100. I was like, okay. But that was so cool the way that she did that first, because if somebody had said, you should say for sale on it, I might have gone that direction, but I didn't. I thought, I don't want to be pushy. Also, I'm kind
Mm.
of like, am I okay at this? So I would post it and say nothing.
Wow.
And then people would come to me and say, hey, can I buy this? And then, yeah, sure. And then I started selling my paintings,
Wow.
and they were for like 40 bucks, 40, 60 bucks. And
Yeah.
now, yeah. And so, a few years later, I decided after my third child, I'm like, what about sip and paint? I've seen this all over.
Mm.
So I'm like, I want to make money. I'm at home. Um, my ex, who's wonderful, Dana, he's awesome. He's like, I want to nourish that creativity in you. So be a stay-at-home mom. And I'm like, did I not tell him that was non-negotiable and I never wanted to do that?
That's amazing.
Because I knew it just stifled me. It's
Yeah.
not that I don't love my kids, but what ended up happening is I felt guilty for not wanting to be there as much, but I had no creativity and it was drowning me. I
Wow.
didn't paint for like 8 months at that because it's like you get into it, I get into the zone, and then somebody needs a diaper change or like about I'm hungry,
Yeah.
Mom, so and so hit me. I'm like, I can't work like this.
Yes,
Um,
seriously.
yeah. So then I was like, you know what? If I can't do custom paintings right now, I'm going to do sip and paint. So I went online. I was like, hey, anybody want to come paint owls for 25 bucks? And everybody's like, yeah, yeah. I lived at Mission Beach at that time.
Wow.
And so, yeah, I had people come to our beach house. We stacked up couches on top of the couch, shoved all this furniture into my daughter Bella's room. I mean, I'm talking just to pack people in there.
Wow.
And then I was having appetizers, and we painted owls for like owls for $25. Okay, 16 by 20 canvases.
Mm.
It cost $20 just for a pack of those or whatever, plus all the paint. Plus, I didn't know what I was doing overhead wise. I'm terrible at that. I
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
And so I was like, here we go. We got blow dryers and spray paint edges and like, and then I'm like, yeah, it's been almost 4 hours. This class should have probably ended.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, and then so I posted. I've always been pretty good at marketing. If there's a room and like, oh yeah, we're packing this out, and there's five of us, I'm gonna make five of us look like there's 50 of us.
Wow.
We're gonna have our backs here. You're gonna put on that jacket, then take off that jacket. They're gonna
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's perfect.
yeah. So I did that, and some the bars that I worked at were like, hey, come do it here. Soul Food at the
Mm.
time. Christina had said, hey, come here and do that. I was like, okay, and then it just took off.
Wow.
I mean, it blew up so hard. Like every bar I'd worked at was like, come do it here, come do it here, come do it here. I was doing 8 to 10 classes a month
Wow.
for 4 years. It was my sole job, and it was amazing. But the first public class, I went in there after I just gave birth to Grayson. It was like a week and a half. He came early, so I didn't expect that. I'm literally leaking, crying, sweating. Like I'm like,
Just ultimate momming it up.
if anybody could like see that, like, and I
Mm.
thought I messed this up. Again, 16 by 20 canvases in a venue. You take a gamble when you go to certain venues.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
are they going to have it set up for you? Because some do, and others are like, good luck.
Right. Right.
Work around the bar. And I adapted, and I just thought it was the worst thing. But I honestly, what carries me through is gift to gab. Like I just end up being like, F it. I'm just myself. And
Yeah.
even when I try not to be, I just am.
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
so like that worked for me, and women started coming all the time because they related to what a mess I could be sometimes.
Mm.
And they would come in and they'd be like, so how's your kids? I was like, oh my God, that's what it is. So they ended up knowing my kid, like about my
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
What did Grayson do today? What did Bella do? What did Asher do today? And or I'd become known for, I'd be a little late here and there, and I'd have regulars who'd be like, what do you need, Soph? Oh, glasses. We already got your pictures. Like
That's amazing.
amazing.
Wow.
And the thing is too, okay, fun fact, to this day, I've never been to a sip and paint. I've never attended a class. Not one.
Wow.
Yeah, I decided that I was going to make it. I knew the gist of it, right? They pay
Mm.
you, you teach them how to paint,
Yeah.
but here's the thing. It doesn't matter if you have to have talent, and you have to be able to have grace for people too. And you have to be patient and kind, and you have to be boastful without being like condescending. And there's
Mm.
just all this like yin and yang to it
Yeah.
that it's a lot of energy you carry. Because I genuinely mean what I'm saying. I will find something about everybody that I absolutely mean. I'm not going
Yeah.
to say the same thing,
Right.
whatever. I love the way you did that dot, actually. It's not like
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
figure
yeah.
it out.
Yeah. The way you
Um,
stood there was really not known.
yeah, I love how you hold your
Yeah,
canvas.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and just dealing with different personalities. I started getting these messages. I didn't even stay in it as long as I did for the love of painting. Because after a
Mm.
while, when I do custom art and I do pieces like I did for you,
Yeah.
and that's where I'm driven. That's my
Mhm.
passion. That's my ambition. That is my everything. Whether it made me more money or not, now it does, but it
Yeah.
didn't before.
Yeah.
Um, I started feeling like if I'm chasing the money and just doing this because I'm painting gnomes, which that's not my favorite, and everybody knows that. And the
Mm.
first time somebody asked me, "You don't like gnomes?" I said, "No, I don't."
That's right.
But I do it for
Hail
you.
gnome. Okay,
Yeah, hell
sorry, I
no.
shouldn't be joking around that.
Yeah, no, it's true, but it was the camaraderie. The camaraderie is my favorite thing.
Hmm.
But yeah, the women that were like, before I came to one of your classes, I was going through domestic violence, or I was just getting out of this. So like when I was quitting, I got these messages like, please don't. You've been like my one, like the thing to look forward to,
Wow.
and apparently I'm so quirky and clumsy that I make everybody feel comfy.
Amazing. Amazing. So
Yeah.
when I have so many questions about your journey. Remind me were you raised Catholic? Were you raised with any like
Yep.
spiritual? Okay, so you had a
Yep.
Catholic
I'm
framework.
from Manhattan, 100% Puerto Rican.
Yes.
And yes, and yeah, raised very Catholic. I did my communion and all the things. I
How'd
did
you
all the things.
how'd you end up in Marysville?
My mom married a white guy in the military.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, and I spoke Spanish fluently, actually. I know. It's been one of the biggest annoying things in my life where I will have like mostly, I'll have men be like, or Hispanic men be like, oh, you're Puerto Rican, this and that. Yeah, of course. I could cook, arroz con dulces, like bacalitos are my favorite, all this other stuff, right? I've got the freaking flag on my arm, okay? And curly hair, definitely the sass, right? And then they try to speak Spanish. I said, oh, here we go. I don't speak Spanish. And then it's like,
Mm.
oh, like I'm not Puerto Rican now. I said, I'll show you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
right.
it was difficult. It was like I always felt caught in between two worlds. Like, I mean, I came
Mm.
out to Linwood, Washington at first.
Wow.
And nobody spoke. It was very light-skinned people
Yeah,
who we were
sure.
in school with.
Sure. Yeah.
And I only spoke Spanish, and then I'd come home, like I was like kindergarten, I think it was. And my mom felt bad because I couldn't make friends. Nobody could understand me. And so
Mm.
then they started speaking English to me, and then no Spanish.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm like, it was, some like culturally, I didn't connect a lot of times. My mother was very strict. My friends were spoiled, usually brats that had no
Mm.
siblings.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and so like, there'd be different contexts in their houses where I'd be like, oh my God, put my head down,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Well, your mom's about to get the chancleta on you. She's about to hit you broke. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
so yeah, I feel like so that lone wolf thing you're talking about earlier, I feel like I've just had my own world,
Mm.
but I can be in everybody else's and I'm genuinely present when I
Yeah,
am,
for sure.
but I'm so good at being by myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's not a depression, it's not a loneliness.
Yeah.
It's for me to heal, practice and dive deeper into what makes me me and
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
Totally. I get it. Uh how old were you when you moved to Linwood? How long were
I
you?
was like 5.
Oh, so you'd had
Maybe
so I
yeah.
must have met you when
I
you were 13?
I was like 13. Yeah, I was gonna say 13 or 14. Yeah.
13 or 14. Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. And
I
to see
know.
this. So you had
Crazy.
a religious framework, but you didn't really, or you
Yeah.
can correct me, but didn't really have a spiritual practice that was
Right. It was
yours.
more like, yeah, it was more like we just
did the
My mom
thing.
just
Yeah.
kept it up,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But unfortunately, my mom didn't have any family out here
Mm,
growing up. So she, came for love and married, and it was all my stepdad's family. And so it
yeah.
was just kind of like it was not her culture. It was not
Yeah.
this. She was straight out of New York, like very what's her name from my cousin Vinny.
Oh,
You know,
Marissa Tomei.
Rosie
Yeah. Yeah.
Rosie
Oh,
Perez.
Rosie Perez. Rosie Perez. Yeah. Yeah.
My mother is very Rosie
Yeah.
Perez. Okay,
That's perfect.
very Rosie. Yeah.
That's perfect.
And yeah, and so it was just, kind of like that. And so I was raised, even though I was raised out here, I was raised very East Coast,
Yeah.
New York,
Yeah.
Puerto Rican, so I always felt like even my personality was, people would say, "Where are you from? Where are you from?" Everybody, like so many people thought I
Mm,
couldn't be from here.
right.
But because there is a different,
Yeah, yeah.
bit of
Oh,
a
yeah. It's
different.
totally different vibe. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So, when did you start developing your own personal spiritual practice and like having, because that's one of the things Facebook's weird because you can voyeuristically like watch people throughout the years, but I was,
I'm
I've always
I like to
cared
go
for
in weird
you.
places and watch them.
Yeah, no, but I've always cared for you deeply and just watched you
Thank
and your
you. Same.
journey and I don't know, I could see you stepping through these portals, I guess
Yeah.
is the best way to say it.
I guess I was I spent a lot of time alone when I was a kid. Like I had a lot of friends. Like I'd
Mm.
love to be freaking them out. Like I'd have slumber parties literally with girls I did with friends I didn't even like, just so I could do my stories. I used to
Wow.
have them over. Yeah, I used to be like, "Mom, can I have so and so?" She's like, "You had girls stay the night last 3 nights. I need another person for my show."
That's awesome. That's
I would have
awesome.
the tape, right? The cassette tape, and I would put scotch tape over like an RE with music tape or whatever,
Uh,
and then you could record on it. So I would record like I was like I would be you right now. I
yeah.
would be asking questions and have my talk shows, and I knew I'd always do something in the creativeness. I wanted to be a
Mm.
singer. I want to be an actress. I want to,
Yeah.
I just didn't dive into that until, yeah, not, I guess, not too long ago, which is crazy. But my spiritual journey, I would say I rebelled against it for a
Yeah.
long time, because, I was, you're Catholic, you're Catholic, you're Catholic, you do this, from this.
Yep.
I didn't, but it wasn't practiced so much into my life where I could keep with it,
Mm.
right? I made a commitment of community and I was like, peace out, God. It's
Right. Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I just didn't have a lot of influence. Like I said, we didn't have family here.
Yeah.
So it was hard to like keep up, a lot of that. And there was just a lot of disconnect in my family too. Um, rough stuff. And so I just kind of I started journaling. I really feel like journaling saved my life.
Mm.
I was 14 actually, around the time you met me. I started journaling very much. And there would be times where that's all I had to talk to, like, and I noticed at a very young age, which is crazy because I didn't think about this until not too long ago on this second wave, big wave, that I would be writing, be 10 minutes in, and I would just feel whole. And I was
Mm.
by myself. And that's when I realized that you're like my higher consciousness was tapping in my,
Yeah.
level up, like, think this way, like saving me in a sense.
Mm.
Yeah, and then I was really rebellious once I got into high school, and my house almost burnt down, and my lungs, I got smoke inhalation, and my lungs collapsed, and I got airlifted to Harborview.
No
I was
way.
17. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like, I mean, I died like in that helicopter. I had 5 tubes down my throat to breathe for me. I had my wrist strapped down. I remember waking up in that helicopter and they had paralyzed me. So like I couldn't speak. I could not say. I thought I was dying. It was like I will never forget that moment. I'm like, I'm dying. I can't speak. It's
Mm.
choked because the tubes. I felt like they were
Yeah.
choking me, but they were saving me, of course. And I mean, it's really foggy after that. But I remember just thinking differently after these moments. You know, yeah. And I started getting these night terrors, and like, I mean, that's when those dreams I was telling you about. That's when that started. And I finally, in my 40s now, have been able to control the same recurring nightmare that I've
Mm.
had since 17. But
Amazing.
now I enjoy it. I'm like, bring it
Amazing.
on.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Now you know what.
Lights on.
Yeah.
I'm the light.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's exactly right. Which I mean brings me to this painting. I have to show everyone. Like this is
That
what
was,
I
oh
have.
yeah, I just started getting into pixels then. Oh, that's great. I mean, I'm like, good job, Soap. I'm like,
No,
it reminds me of
100%.
right now. Right now, the firehouse that I just did, the bricks, that's
Yes,
so crazy. They look like that.
it's
They kind of look like the
amazing.
pixels.
So
And I didn't even think about it.
everyone listening and watching. So in this dream, I
Hmm.
I'm I'll put it down, then I'll show it again. But
Yeah.
I'm walking up this mountain somewhere in the Cascade Mountains, and it's summertime. And this dream was in January, so it was a different time of the year. It was in summer and it was hot. And I remember acknowledging that I was with people that I was not friends with them, but I knew who they were. And they went left. We reached the top of the summit. They went left. And I look right. And I felt like there was something behind this big giant rock. And it was like waiting for me. And so, for whatever reason, there was a
Yeah.
diamond steel grate covering part of the ground. And there was a broomstick. So, for whatever reason, I get on the ground and I grab the broomstick and I bash it on the steel plate to
Okay.
try to provoke whatever to come out. And there was a rifle and a paw print. And the rifle was laying on the ground. And this giant wolf comes out and immediately gets me and starts tearing at my neck and like ripping my neck
Terrifying.
open, but no blood was coming out. And for whatever reason, knowing that these people I was with, I didn't want to, I mean, I knew who they were, but I wasn't friends with them. They went left, I went right. Going right provoked this thing that was hurting me, or I perceived hurting me, but it was really trying to wake me up.
Symbolism, love it.
100%. And then I
Hmm.
realized I am the wolf. I've always been the wolf.
Yeah.
And
Coming to
um,
self. That's amazing.
yes, and that's I have to show this again. Is what you showed was um, the wolf
Yeah.
here, the rifle and the paw print, the boulder, but then integrating me and the wolf as one.
Yes. It looks like you right now.
No, don't. That's amazing. So it was
Wow. Yeah. Cool.
so
I haven't seen that in a
profound,
while. Yeah.
and it had to be you. It had to be you to paint it, which
I
was
love that.
so. I'm so grateful. I mean, forever grateful.
Oh, thank you.
And
I
everyone
thank you for
listening, Sophie,
choosing.
I'm saying sorry, Sophia. Um,
No, it's Sophie.
you know,
It's
you know.
Sophie. Listen, anybody you can tell when somebody's known me for a long time because you are the Sophie people.
Yeah,
And
yeah, that's right. I just like calling you Soph, but you know, Cyan, you are Sophie
that's
to
my
me. Yes,
favorite. It's the
yes,
endearing one.
yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yes.
Everyone who's ever had a profound dream, I'm not kidding. I
Oh,
don't care
love that.
where you are in the world. Reach out to my dear
Oh, yeah.
sister and
I love
hire
that.
her to paint your dream because just the energy from it in my office, I see it every day. It hangs right here.
Mm, that
It's
I
so
love that.
profound. So I hope that so many people reach out to you, and I hope you become the dream translator
Mm,
into a canvas. I think that would be so
thank
beautiful, and
you.
especially that you're lucid dreaming. So I want to hear about this. So when, because I have tried to lucid dream. I've done what is it, neural beats. I mean, I've listened. I mean, I've tried to put
Oh yeah.
myself in a lucid state,
Okay.
and I
So
can't get there. Tell me.
yeah, I've been on, like I said, it comes with this. Here's the thing. When the first time I went on a spiritual journey, now I'm not talking like going to church and stuff. I'm talking
Yeah.
like universal,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Tapping into my higher self, really, really trying to go inward,
Mm.
face the things I don't like about myself, or how just humbling,
Yeah.
and it gets very like
Yeah.
crawl out of your skin, like, and I mean, I believe in it because it's happened, and it's like all these tests are coming up, and
Mm.
do you really want this? And let's see how bad you want this. And so, like, every time I'm like, you better be sure, because I know that every time I see something like that, I know that I am very powerful. We're all very powerful.
Yes.
You
Yes.
just have to tap in, and when you're more aware, when you're self-aware, and it's a learning thing forever, right?
Mm.
Um, you see more, you feel more.
Yeah.
I've been big empath. I'm a big fucking crybaby.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Like I just get really emotionally invested in things and people. So like,
Mm.
um, yeah, I knew that was going to literally rip me wide open, and
Mm.
it did. And it was like things I wasn't my shadow self
Yeah. Sure.
wanting to face.
Yeah.
I did, and then it was like one thing after another. Boom, 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 boom. It was like car accident, this and da da da. And like again, I'm at a crossroads.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then not too far after that, um, my brother died. And that was, I mean, he was my biggest fan,
Mm.
biggest fan. And we had just talked about how I was going to do the art studio. And he was so proud of me. And he actually, my last couple of pieces, the big plexiglass one I did on
Yeah.
the Space Needle and stuff,
Yeah.
that was insane. But I need to do, I was just thinking about that recently, that I need to do more like that. I
Mm.
mean, it was 4 feet, 4 by 4 or whatever. All alcohol inks on one side, and then the front was uh, the skyline. And
Wow.
he was there recording me. And just the other day, it's always when I need it. I switched iPhone to Android. Oh my
Mm.
God, it's been a headache. But there's the cloud had stuff I had seen before,
Yeah.
and it was pictures of my best friend who passed a year and a half ago, Sherry, and stuff of my brother I hadn't seen. And it was a video recording, not of him on it, but it was him recording me he was the one recording me when I was doing showing the skyline. And he's like, sis, look up, show everybody what you're doing. And I was just like, I mean, I got
Wow.
chills.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like moments when I really need it and I'm tapping in, like that's, yeah. So it was it was humbling myself with my daughter too. Like as a mother, I realized that a lot of the same things that I hated growing up, I was doing to my child.
Mm.
And she was
Mm.
17. She's almost gonna be 21 now. Um,
Wow.
yeah, but she was 17, so this is only like less than 4 years ago, where I apologized.
Mm.
And it was only because I was tapping in. I didn't like how I saw finally how I was like, because I said so, right? There was no good thing behind it. It
Yeah.
was me using my authority. It was
Yeah.
like, I'm taking this for what reason? Because I'm pissed. Like, yes, you're in trouble, but it just was beyond. And tapping in makes you realize the things that you're mimicking.
Yeah.
And so I apologized to my child. I let her
Mm.
have equal rights, basically, as long as it was respectful.
Yeah. Right.
And I said, I am sorry for, I want to give you permission to speak up to me and talk to me. And if
Mm.
I'm being disrespectful, say it in a respectful way, right? Let's have
Mm.
a code word so I don't
Beautiful.
kill you.
Yeah.
um,
So you're here
um,
tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, so I guess it was the proof is in the pudding, like
Mm.
these things worked. My daughter was able to circle back to me by the age of 19 and say like being thankful. And now I'm not kidding. I hear from her almost every day. She's like one of my best friends.
Wow.
We talk about motherhood now because she's a
Mm.
mommy and I'm an abuela.
Yeah.
Uh,
Congratulations. Amazing. Amazing.
hot hashtag hot grandma. Yeah. Um, yeah, so I think it's just the proof that the more deep I dove, the more I realized there was goodness in it. The more I reached out to whatever you want to say, God,
Yeah.
source, higher
Yeah.
self,
Right.
whatever. It's all energy,
Yeah.
and I believe in energy so profusely. And
Yes.
so that was kind of the lucid dreaming. Coming back to that, there's a channel, the Gaia channel. Have you ever watched
Yep.
it?
Yep. I
Okay,
subscribed for
well
many years. Yep. Yeah.
so Mystery Teachings is my favorite.
Mm.
And they just put another, I think, a newer season, which I think it's Teresa Blog, but and it talks about astral projection.
Yep.
And yeah, and so I think it's just a very intentional thing. And once you start like, okay, I journal. I journal twice a day. I wake up and I
Mm.
journal. I go to sleep and I journal. I look forward to journaling like it's a cupcake. It is my
Wow.
best friend.
Wow.
Yeah, because I get so heavy into it. And it's I was told by an ex that basically I was egotistical for thinking that, well, you write to yourself and then yourself says yeah. And I'm like, no, dummy. Like
Yeah.
you write, and as you're writing you realize that you have the answers deep within you, that you are
Mm.
love, that you don't need to seek it
Yeah.
outside of yourself.
Right.
And when you start doing that more often, you become more confident in yourself. You carry yourself differently. Your energy is lighter. People are, you know, I'm on a podcast with Lucas Mack now, okay?
That's right.
So I
Man.
think it's just however you want to do it, but I think it comes with a lot of different tools
Hmm.
and whatever you need to heal from or whatever. But journaling, I would recommend it to every single person, man, woman,
Yeah.
Child. Like it is a place to get out with no inhibitions. And then it's a place to reflect.
Yeah.
6 months later, a year later, you look back from where you were. Are you repeating your same mistakes? Did you think
Hmm.
you were learning and you're not? Get back there, like,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
no wonder the universe served you the same lesson in a different form and it hurts worse now because you didn't learn it
Hmm.
back then. I just
Right.
think it's very telling, and you don't even you're not supposed to realize it at the time either. You're just
Yeah.
supposed to get through that moment, write it out, leave it there.
It's so beautiful. One of the things, and as I'm listening to you
Mhm.
talk about journaling, I have this when I had my company, my employees, but then also I've done a lot of different things. I mean, it's been interesting.
Same.
My own journey, like these, yeah, weaving in and out. But I say if it's not written down, it doesn't exist. And
Yeah, yeah.
I kind of make this joke, but teach this that when Moses wrote the Ten Commandments,
Hmm.
it wasn't mind blowing for him to come down and say, "Guys, I have the answer. You shouldn't kill anyone." Everyone wasn't like, "What? We shouldn't
Yeah,
kill." Like it wasn't like some mind blowing thing, but he actually wrote it
yeah.
down. And upon,
Hi.
no, it's
I
okay.
want water. You need water? Go tell your Wella. You want to say hi? Say hello. Hello.
Hi, sweetie. Oh my gosh, you are so cute. You are a sweetheart. Are
Thank
you are
you.
you three or are you four?
She's two.
You're two? Oh man, I really misjudged that. You're
Well, she has
two.
a lot of hair, so.
Oh wow. You're
Okay, mommy's
beautiful.
gonna finish talking. Thank you.
Um, but writing it down makes it real.
It
Without
does,
writing it
yeah.
down, it doesn't really carry much power. And I think there's this whole thing of they've gotten us away. People don't know how to write anymore. They don't know how to write,
Yeah.
cursive is cursing and spells and spelling
Yeah.
and all the
It's
power
like
of our
looking at yourself
words.
in a mirror.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
like looking at yourself in a mirror. You're writing down and then it makes it real, right? You're facing
Right.
it. You're
Right.
putting, if you like whatever you believe in, again, energy, whether you want to or not, energy exists and it does not be destroyed. It is,
Yes.
it
Yes.
transfers.
Yes.
So I think about that all the time. That's my anchor a lot. It's not, oh, karma is going to get me and I don't do bad things so that I don't get punished. It
Right.
is, what kind of energy do I create? Because it doesn't go away. So where's it going? Who am
Yeah.
I putting that on? Is it, and like, I don't need it to get stuck, in me and my chest. I love you. This is where I create. Got some stuff up there.
Wow. I love
These
it.
are these are my so those are like those pieces are like coming to self moments at different years. I
Wow.
refuse to sell them. I was going through things and yeah, they're I mean, nobody's new to knowing I'm obsessed with Lana Del Rey. At least mostly everybody knows that.
Yeah.
I post her constantly. But I paint a lot of women that are based off of like things with her, like,
Mm.
and because she's so empowering to me, like it's strength.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if I'm going through something super dramatic, like, or I'm dramatic, okay? I
Mhm.
need it. Like
Yeah.
I'm an artist. Like it's gotta get out.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's gotten out with, in the bathtub with Lana, like
Yeah.
like glass of wine, be like, oh. Anyways, as I was saying, I cannot any longer ever keep something like in. So I'm
Yeah.
like, where's it gonna go? Because again, I'm very emotional. So I'm
Mm.
like, and I'm glad I am because I feel like I feel everything. Like maybe I feel pain more, but I also feel love more, enjoy
Yeah.
more, and like
Yes.
I feel like I really love life. Like
Yeah, I love it.
yeah,
What you were
yeah.
saying, you were talking about energy, and one of
Hmm.
my favorite quotes I said many times on this podcast is energy doesn't lie. People lie, but energy
Love that.
doesn't lie.
I forgot about that quote, but I live by that for
Isn't that
sure.
so good? And it's like it
Yeah.
reclaims our
Yes.
power, and it reclaims all these people,
Yep.
these lying sociopaths and narcissists and
Yeah.
psychos and
Oh,
weirdos, and it's like no.
yeah, yeah. So on this journey, yeah, that's I just got out of that. And my light, I say it's that's why I was telling you, duality. I am
Yes.
holding for the last 3 years. It's like my brother passed and then my best friend passed and I got in a new relationship and then we had a baby and it was just everything was a whirlwind. My studio, then not a studio, I'm a bartender, I'm an artist, right?
Yeah.
Like it was just a blending of family. Oh my gosh, so much. And I'm
Mm.
like, I didn't get a minute to breathe before the next tragedy,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Yeah.
and, and you don't deal with that kind of stuff at first, like right away. Right.
Right.
I've always been I pour so much and it's just kind of been my role. Like I'm the glue,
Yeah.
I am the one that doesn't fall apart so that other people can fall apart and then I'll do it later in my
Yep.
own time.
Yeah.
Right.
Whether you want
Yeah.
to or not, it will just get yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
somebody wants me to open a jar of mayonnaise. I was like, I
Yeah.
can't.
Right.
I can't because
Exactly.
I'm grieving
That's right.
out of nowhere.
Man.
Yeah, I believe in that. But what you said about energy, that is the best compliment that I could ever receive. It's something I hear that more often than any kind of compliment is
Mm.
my energy. And I have had people literally buy my paintings, buy a blank canvas actually, and tell me that they're buying it because they need my energy in their home.
Amazing. That's
And
amazing. I guess me chills. Yes. Yes.
yeah. And the first time I was told that, my friend Melise actually had said that. She said, I don't even think I can afford this. So I said $150 for an elephant. And she's like, I
Mm.
don't think I can afford it, but I don't care because I'm going through something right now and I need Sophie energy in my home. And I just like, I mean, I get chills thinking about that because I'm
Yeah.
like, that's in my head
Mm.
forever,
Yeah.
um, that, that people can see or feel that off me. That makes me feel good. See, I don't need a husband
Yeah.
or a wife. I just need the public to love me.
You're amazing. Um,
Yeah.
I uh
Mhm.
I just think you're you are I want you to know I know you're a very important and special soul.
Thank you.
You are. And
Um,
I
yeah.
you
Thank you.
we've had a really beautiful connection since we were
Yeah.
very young, and I just think you're
Yeah.
an incredible person. Um, one of the things I want to encourage you, I was like, I'll talk off the podcast to you, but I'm going to say it now.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
very first painting that you sold, um, your friend doubled the price. And I think whatever thing is
Yeah.
like instinctual
Yeah.
to you has to be doubled. And that's what you're going to be stepping into and calling in
Yeah.
is you're saying numbers that really should be and not just could be, but should be doubled.
I mean, thank you. It's
Mm.
crazy to think that. See, and here's where I'm so I don't know. I don't give myself like this praise until somebody says, "Hey,"
Hmm.
because I don't look at it that way, but I should. I absolutely should be like, "Hey, I did this from scratch," like from scratch, where I was going from $40 paintings to nearly 10K murals now. Like
Yeah.
what?
Yep.
And and guess what? I'm not retired off of it. I'm not doing,
For sure.
I'm doing henna. I'm doing face paint. I don't get murals all the time. Sure, it's good money or whatever,
Yeah.
and I love it. But guess what? I don't know when the next time I'm going to have that.
Right.
So
Right.
it's like yeah, good money, but it's not consistent. However, I've tried to do this 3 times. This is the success time. I said a third
Mm.
time's not gonna fail. Like I doubt myself. So then I'm like, and I go back into bartending. And then 6 months
Mm.
later, I'm like, I hate this. I need to paint. And it's like you just I just have to. It's like I said, it's a year of coming back to self.
Mm.
I feel like I came out of a grief coma
Mm.
recently, and I've never not been able to paint. Like I told you, that was painting, journaling. That
Yeah.
was always my outlet. And I was fine. Like, but I couldn't journal. I couldn't
Mm.
paint. I didn't even realize I was in a depression until I was already in it. I didn't
Mm.
realize I was in this emotionally abusive relationship until I was way in the thick of it.
Wow.
And yeah. And I looked at it like, oh, this was meant to, my brother sent this and da da da. And then I started thinking, because energy, right? I think I started kind of awakening,
Mhm.
and all the sacrifice that I was doing for like myself and of myself, I self-abandonment
Yeah.
completely,
Yeah.
where I was like in the looking in the mirror, not even knowing who I didn't even know who I was. I mean, I did
Mm.
and I didn't. I realized that I was just trying to make everyone happy
Yeah.
around me. And it got to a point to where I'm like, I'm not even painting. I like
Mm.
I gave up painting so that I could back up this other person's dreams, but then this other person's not doing anything with it.
Yeah.
And this other person is dimming my light so much to where I don't even feel like I have one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it was like a breakthrough. It's like I had to feel that pain to like break through, because then, I
Mm.
lost my best friend Sherry too.
Yeah.
Robin, and not a couple years before that, it was like don't be my best friend, because not to make a light of it, but also,
Yeah.
it just felt like I was
Yeah.
losing everybody. I lost everybody.
I know.
And
I know.
yeah, and then I was like, but I'm not going to lose myself.
Mm.
I refuse. Like, I get emotional about it.
Yeah.
I just I was just treated so poorly. And that's because that person was lost. Person, I thought it was kind of a bond of that, like, let me help you. Oh, but you're not helping yourself. And so then it got to a point where you're not helping yourself, and I am killing myself,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
And so I painted, and couldn't
Mm.
believe that I could paint again. And
Mm.
I was like, I want this. I want this. Like, I'm sick of not recognizing this. I know is amazing woman, but I don't see her right now. I don't
Yeah.
see that amazing woman anymore. I
Yeah.
don't see why people would buy my paintings. I'm not the woman that people bought paintings and blank canvases from because of her energy. I felt dark.
Mm.
And yeah, it was just like recent breakthrough. And then I saw the post for the firehouse. And I was like, I want that.
Mm.
And I started deep diving so hardcore into the history of Snohomish.
Wow.
Yes, I've actually was supposed to volunteer for the the historical society because
Wow.
yeah, because I was like, they said he wants this, this, and this. He wants the story of 1888 firefighters, the Great Fire, Snohomish, 1911. Okay, I'm down in the archives. I'm
Wow.
like, I finally have something that I feel like I could pour myself into. That's just could be mine, but could it? Like, that's a big deal. I doubted myself. I'm like, I mean, I don't know if I'm even good enough for that.
Yeah.
And so it was about 2 months of emails. And I went into that meeting, and I had these poster boards. Like, oh, they asked for like one. I have like five, fumbling in there,
Yeah. Yeah.
and the gal goes, okay, I'm not really sure how to start this. And I go, may I? So
That's perfect. That's
yeah, and
perfect.
I basically ran my own meeting, and
Amazing.
she's wonderful. She just was. I said, "Do you want to jump in here?" And she
Mm.
goes, "No, I could. I would just. You're doing really great. I'll just listen."
Wow.
And we met a couple times, and she's like, "Every time I come in here meet with you, it's like a history lesson,
Mm.
And it was fun to do. It was fun to feel like it's what I told them. If somebody beats me, knowing what I've done, like how much I've worked on this, I want to meet that person and I need to paint with them. I
Yeah.
like not on this project,
Yeah.
but I just need
Yeah.
to,
Yeah.
I just need to shake their hands, right? Because, and I
Amazing.
got that email. Oh man, look, I got that email and I was like, does this say thanks for participating? Like 10 times, I swear. It's like I couldn't even read the words. Thank you. We love it. We think we picked the right artist. You seem very passionate and your energy. And all of a sudden, I swear to you, I shit you not, my energy started just sparking back like
Mm.
crazy. Where all of a sudden
Mm.
I'm like, all of a sudden I'm like,
Yeah.
God, my light's back. Like, and
Yeah.
I didn't realize how far it was gone.
Mm.
And I walked into another mural thing at Renewed You Spa,
Wow.
and I walked in, and literally within seconds, the gal says, "Oh my God, you are so cute. I love your energy." And I was like, she's back.
Wow. Wow.
And that was just a few months ago. So I've just been rocking and rolling since then. And yeah.
I'm so proud of you. Everyone really, I'm going to put um, Sophia's Instagram and all her contact info and website in the show
Yeah.
notes. Please reach out to my sweet sister and
Thank you.
let her bless you with her energy in your home. I am so thanks for coming on. I'd love to do more. Let's
Yeah.
do another
Yeah.
one.
I swear I'm going to have, okay, I had a really big meeting today, and I'm not going to say a lot about it, but I will tell you that these full circle moments have been insane.
Amazing.
I'm going to tell you one more little thing about the firehouse. So as I'm painting it, and listen, your wolf and all that stuff, that's probably one of the only, that's probably maybe one of the first of like animals like a hair with like dog wise or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Because there's these memes that are like, yeah, pets, do my pets, whatever.
Oh,
And I'm
yeah.
like, F your pets, you do your pets. I don't want your pets, right? I'll send you to another artist that enjoys
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And then I started painting the fire horses, and because they're considered firemen, fire horses. So I'm
Mm,
painting two fire horses and a dog, right?
wow.
And I hear a ding on my Facebook. Somebody had tagged me about a mural thing. So as soon as I get the first one, I'm like, wait, she wants what? Two horses and a fire, or a two fire, yeah, horses and a dog. And I took a picture of it, and I said, "Is this fate, perhaps?" You know?
Wow.
And I ended up getting that sale. So I'm working on that right now too. It's a commission piece on wood. It's 4 by 6 feet of two
Amazing.
horses and a dog.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, it's just like coming full circle. And it's the year of the fire horse.
Yes, it is. Let's
What?
go. Let's go. Let's go. I love
Sagittarius?
it.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
I love you.
Oh, the
Tell
meeting
me.
today. You can tell. I will tell you I love you in a second. You can tell me 5 more times. Okay. So the full circle moment, which this would be for part two one day, not too far in the future. I was exhausted. I spent an extra day. I was working like 12, 13-hour days. I was barely seeing my kids. I was going home, eating, so like breathing, living that
Yeah.
mural. And the fire chief asked me to put a couple extra things on there. I was like, right,
Yeah.
I've already been paid. but but of course, the client always gets what they want.
Yeah.
I'm not. That's not an extra charge.
Right.
You have to be happy because that's my character. That's my name. That's
Yeah.
my everything.
Right.
So I did it, and then I was like, okay, I got to stay a little extra. So I rewarded myself with a beer over at Trail's End. So my sister was working, and I ran into. Well, I'm talking like I normally do. I ended up having like 5 people join into my conversation. I'm twisting my bar stool around, like, and so there I was. And so these 2 people are like, they're great. They're saying, oh, you did. My sister's boasting me, of course. My sister just did this mural, and the gal goes, oh, let me see pictures. So I show her pictures, and she's like, and her eyes kind of bug out. And she goes to her husband, and they're like, we're artists too. And I was like, really? They're artists that happen to build zoo enclosures and
Wow.
aquariums, and they're affiliated with this and that. They didn't give me a lot of info, but the craziest thing was that I was talking to them, loved them. They got my number right there. They called my phone to make sure I had their number. They were super serious about it. And they're asking, do you travel? And I was like, yeah. And I'm thinking in my head, I've gone to Birch Bay and Redmond for sip and paint.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
And they're talking about how they're going out to Nashville Zoo, and they're doing an enclosure there. And every once in a while, when they go to these places, they need a muralist. And so, anyways, I've been in emails and meetings and things like that. So I have a feeling that a new adventure will be coming soon.
I love it. I love it.
Yes. Yeah. So stay tuned. But they
Good.
already did hire me. They basically said if this one isn't the one, because they could have their own stuff going on already, that this is what they do, and they'll keep me in mind. And they asked me if I would go down and paint their building. So I already have a mural coming up
I
for
love
sure.
it. I love it. Good.
Mhm.
Well then, can't wait.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see you and see it. Everyone,
No.
my amazing sister, Sophia
Thank you.
Noemi, And
Thank you for having me.
you are amazing. Put your show
Sorry.
notes in, and I love you, sis. Thank you. Well, my sister, I love you. Thank you again for your heart, your message, your journey, and your gift of art. And everyone, please go to her site, follow her. I'll put all her information in the show notes. And if you have a dream that you need translated onto canvas, make sure you reach out to her and hire her to do that. Brother and sister, I love you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I send you all love in this time. It's a very exciting time. As crazy as the headlines make it feel, there's this personal power growing within all of us. God's love and light is sustaining us all, and everything's going to be okay. So if you're feeling stressed, worried, anxiety, down, despair, dread, let it all go. Surrender to God's love and goodness and walk in that. And everything's going to be okay. I am Lucas Mack. This is the Lucas Mack Show, and I'll talk to you on the next episode. Thank you for listening. If you're struggling to break free and need support, go to my website at lucasmack.com. There you'll find resources like videos and ebooks, and also information on how to work with me for coaching. Thank you again, and I'll talk to you soon.